I got into a little time of watching like anime, or not anime, but just like movies, like Japanese movies, because anime is too much of a time commitment. And I love the aesthetic of them, right? It is like a different tone from a lot of Western storytelling, and you can like feel it. And I'm sure all of this has been said before, but not by me. Part of the thing that I love in some of them, like Ponyo, is the relations between children and adults. It's just like so natural and easy. And in Ponyo, the mom just sort of, you can tell they're both just like treating each other as people, and she sort of goes with the kids' imagination slash tapping into some kind of magical world. And it's just very like easy, just like very chill. It's a different feel from a lot of the drama in a lot of media between kids and adults. The tone that I get out of the whole picture of a lot of these films is just like dispassion in the Eastern Orthodox sense. How do you like a certain dry, not like super sentimental. Well, like yes, sentimental, but lightly sentimental. Like not making a big deal of itself, kind of sentimental. Yeah, yeah, like light, sort of dry, sort of very balanced, not maudlin. It's just like refreshing in tone. Another dichotomy that they integrate well is there's always, in a lot of these, I was noticing there's just like simultaneous sort of scientific realm and spiritual realm going on at the same time. And I have heard from somewhere that it is like that in Japan. Like people will still believe in maybe some of the old religions, like in tandem with science to more of an extent than we do in the West, and that's just sort of integrated more naturally. Anyway, there are generally like it's both at the same time, which I like. There was this one about whales and like the ocean, and it's on Netflix. Child of the Sea or something like that it's called. And like there's a scientific team going after this event that's happening, and then there's also the like more mystical side of it in tandem. And then you get a lot of very like big picture universal themes about like time and like space, and is in like outer space, and like humanity being the image of the cosmos, interwoven quite naturally with the smaller scale, more personal story. Um, and giving like perspective to the smaller scale like plot, but nothing is in a contrived way. Like they feel very, and I guess in a sense it is contrived, because I know in there's a lot of like tropes and certain types of characters that will reoccur in a very tropey way, but it doesn't feel contrived in the same way. It doesn't feel like overbearingly like it's not like, okay, let's like drag in this theme because we have this calculation about this section of the audience might want to see it, or like it just feels done very innocently and artlessly. artlessly. Yeah. The way in which the universal kind of philosophical themes are put in, and also, of course, just like the natural details, the food that's drawn so carefully, and like the little insect that's drawn so carefully, and like little cutscenes of just random moments in nature that are unrelated to the plot. And it's not like it doesn't feel like they're putting them in there because let us put in a random moment of nature that is unrelated to the plot for these and this reasons. It's just like, feels like it's just important too. Like, okay, there's like this argument going on, and also the rain's falling, and also there's these insects singing, and like these two background characters are having this discussion, and it's sort of just all put in there in a balanced way. Something that also accomplishes for me watching it was just like keeping in perspective. In the words of Victor Hugo, describing a scene post some very bloody battle. What was it? I saw a white butterfly which came and went in the street. Summer does not abdicate. Even if it's a really tense moment in the plot, you never get lost completely inside the drama. There's like this balance of the wider picture and the little moments of arbitrary beauty that are just out there doing their thing alongside. I had said it just again feels very natural and organic. The angels, like the patterns, or the patterns of story plot, or like the patterns of how the scenes are dispersed, are like serving the living story as a whole, and it's not like this abstract structure or sort of ulterior motives jerking around the plot points and determining everything and like enslaving it to this certain strict pattern of how the film should go. That has to do with the pattern of the like Christian fall, right? It's like the angels coming out of their rightful places and enslaving living beings rather than keeping order within living wholes. Just, it's a different feel. It's like very fine, light rain, or like like neutral balance.